David O. Russell strikes out yet again with his newest film, Amsterdam. This movie is an absolute mess and gets convoluted to the point where you simply do not care anymore by the end of the first act. Every other scene is a montage, and it gets really annoying. The film has to use the montage editing technique because it's so uneventful. The editors were probably scrambling to fabricate a sense of energy. Bale isn't bad, but he's not a captivating lead. Robbie gives it her all, as she usually does, but has so little to work with. Washington is bad, in one of the flattest performances of this year. I doubt this is totally his fault, though, and Russell can probably be blamed for this, almost like he has no clue how to give this character any personality.
Despite a cast full of big names, Amsterdam gets lost in its own mediocrity. While the first half of the story meanders nowhere, the second half attempts to be a grand spectacle of conspiracy and intrigue that falls flat on its face. On top of this, several of the performances leave much to be desired. There were a couple moments in performances that prevented the project from being an utter disaster, but ultimately, it's an entirely forgettable film that never gives the viewer a reason to be invested.
In terms of positives, the production design is really good, and Emmanuel Lubezki tries to save it. There are like 4 or 5 good shots in here, but everything else that has potential is squandered by poor direction. 3 out of 10 for me.
For my rating, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 10, and recommend no one else waste their time on this failed attempt to cover up bad storytelling with big-name actors.